right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Griffs Ice Arena, home of Grand Valley. Your Hawks are taking on the Little Caesars FH. Second game of the day. First game recap, 1-1 tie over with Fox Motor this morning. We got 2:15 on the warm-up clock. All of you watching this game are watching it after I get home and post it up. Apologize about the non-ability to broadcast a live stream. Facility hinders that. I'll try my best. We're down under a minute in the warm-ups.
That's all I remember.
Referees are checking the net. There's the break of the huddle. Getting ready to start us up. It's nice and zoomed in here. Frank, the announcer, coming to you live from between the blue lines at Griffs, Georgetown. Puck goes down. I got Maddie, Bus, Reese, or Mango. Good keep in there by Bus. Jocelyn, Bus dancing it around, lost it across the blue line. Carmen gives it over towards Josh. Josh loses it at the feet, sends it in deep, chasing after it. Off the near side boards, good block there by Maddie. Maddie comes away with it. Gets it down over towards Reese. Tipped away by Caesar. Tipped away by Joss. Puck goes in deep. Carmen going to go chase after it. Takes it away. Maddie picks it up. Comes up the middle through the slot. Comes over towards the near side. Regains control, goes through center ice, breaking a couple set of ankles. Jumps it in down low in the corner. Going to go drop and get a new center out there. Got Gia. Kendall kept in by Liv. Liv takes the shot. Oh, just kicked off to the side. Comes into the corner. Brownie kicking it around. Liv keeps that one. Puts it in on net. Tipped by Kendall. Caesar has it. Sends it deep. Not going to have the touch. And going for an icing call. Got Tater at the dot, along with Brookie and Caden. Brookie trying to come away with it. Caesar comes out with it. Come up the far side. Put it through the middle. Swing and a miss. Goes all the way down. No icing. Alexa gets there first. Gets it over towards Liv. Liv looks up. Pass is stolen by Caesar. Goes across the bow. Over to the near side corner. Back up to the point. Shot goes just wide of the net. Liv taps it up the far side to the blue line. Liv stops it from going down any lower. Kicked away there by Kendall. Or no, by Tater. Tater puts a shot in. Liv takes and blocks that centering pass. Trying to come away with the puck. Caesar from the top of the slot there. Alexa battling in the near side corner. Alexa trying to get it out of the zone. Got it out. Battle by Tater. Lost the sight of the puck. Tater found it. Mango trying to tip it away. Just past Alexa. Liv's going to come back. Liv sends it all the way around to bust on that far side wall. That's offsides on Caesar. Center ice face off. Hawks get a new lines. Maddie Mango bus. Puck goes over to the far side wall. Just around Greta. Goes all the way back. Picked up by Demi. Demi's pass to Mango. Goes a little high. Demi battling along the near side boards. LC puts it down behind the net. Picked up by Greta. Greta bounces it off the wall. It's taken away by LC. Maddie trying to build some speed, breaking some ankles. Lost the puck off of Bus's backside. Maddie picks it up, drops it back in down low. Back over to the far side hash marks. LC carries it up the far side wall. Stopped there by Greta. Picked back up by LC. Keeps it out of the zone. LC's going to dump it in. Demi's going to come back to the far side corner. Bus sends it all the way out and down. That's on net. Oh, just missed. Got Big Luch in net. Kendall at the dot. Gia and Brownie. Gia with the puck coming up through the middle. Lost it over on the near side wall. Kicked into the zone. LC sends it out and over to the far side. Carmen getting it back to Brownie, who sends it back into the Hawk zone. Picked up by Gia. Gia sends it off the wall towards Kendall. Stopped there pretty quickly. Going through a set of legs. Kendall carries it across the blue line. Gets it over towards Brownie. Puck comes up to Carmen. Picked up by Josh. Josh trying to shovel it back end. Brownie with the puck. Comes across the zone. Top of the circle. Lost the handle of it. LC picks it up. Pushing it up forward. Kicked in. Got an arm up. Nope. Josh picks it up behind the net. Met with some resistance. Picked up by Carmen. Carmen looking up ice, gets it up to the point. Down low, goes through this couple of legs over to the far side corner. Picked up by Carmen again, shovels it up the wall towards the point. Kept in, goes back down low. Josh picks it up. Josh sends it high up off the boards and out. Coming back for an icing. 0-0 at 9:49 here to go. Playing 15-minute periods. Tater at the dot. Drops it back to Liv. Liv sends it all the way around. Point can't keep it in. Caden putting some pressure. Tater picks up the puck. Takes the shot. Ooh, off the goalie's noggin and into her glove. Goes back to Brookie. Brookie takes the shot in the goalie's glove. LC goes for a change. Hawks keep the same out there. Tater, Brookie, Kendall, Liv, and Alexa. Loose puck goes down behind the goal line. Off the boards, Caden keeps it. Sends it off a couple of sticks. Goalie reaches back, covers it up. LC wins this one back. Caden puts the girl hard to the boards, picked up by Brookie into the far side corner. Up to the hash marks. Liz drops down. Up to the top of the circle. Tater with the diving shot. Picked up by Brookie. Drops it for Alexa. Tipped into the top of the slot. Liv's going to get over to it. Pick it up. Circle. Drops it into the corner. Liv battling in the corner. Sends it high up off the boards towards Caden. Back up. Liv keeps it down low. Brookie rifles the shot off the goalie's shoulder pads. Up the boards. Nope. Takes a funky bounce. Alexa keeps it in. Oh. Going one-on-one here. Picked up there by Maddie. LC carry it across. Got a hooking being called on Maddie. Liv picks up the puck. Penalty on the Hawks. Mango at the dot, tying the girl up. Loose puck still. Comes back to top of the circle. Shot goes down on Luke. She catches that in the glove. Mango hits it over towards Demi. Tried to get it up the wall, but couldn't get it past LC. Demi with it in the corner. Sends it up the boards towards the blue line. Tapped up high in the air, out of the zone. Kicked away there by Mango. Bust with some good pressure. Puts it against the wall. Top of the circle. Shot on Luch. Goes off the chest protector. Off the boards by Mango. Kept in the zone by LC. LC puts it down to the hash marks. Through the slot. Over to the far side hash marks. Walking it in. Shot on Luch. She's able to catch that. Finally get a whistle. Kendall doing a little dance there at the dot. Loose puck. Picked up there by Gia sends it off the boards. Rushing through. Picks it up in the far side corner. Lost it at the hash marks. Puck comes over near side wall. Being kept in by Carmen. Carmen gets it down to Kendall. She lets it go all the way down behind the net. LC picks it up. Goes up to the hash marks where Gia was standing. Gia puts it across the bow. Tipped over the near side. We got 14 seconds left on the penalty kill. LC comes out of their zone and through center ice. Passing it up to the blue line. All the way across to this side. Dropped back down low. Penalty's over. 5-on-5. Tips goes just across the bow. Back to 5-on-5 strength. Up towards Brownie at the blue line. Picked up by Gia, who was able to get it out of the zone. LC dumps it in down low. Joss is going to come back, pick it up. Joss is get the puck up. Oh, got to touch that. Coming all the way back for an icing call. Big Luch in net. Liv, Alexa, Tater, Brookie, Caden. Powerhouse line. Puck goes back to Liv. Liv sends it all the way around to Caden. Caden picks it up on the far side hash, gets it up to the blue line. Tater gets up there. Caden muscling it through. Tater pushes it out towards Brookie. Puck comes over the near side wall. Dropped across, stolen there by Tater, who goes back behind the net, building up some speed, sends it off the wall towards Caden. Caden trying to muscle it through. Tater helping out. Top of the circle. Kicked away there by Liv. Alexa sends it off the wall towards Brookie on the near side. LC gets it. Alexa with the puck. Swing and a miss. Good stick there by Liv. Grabs the puck again. Shovels it up backhand. Taken away by LC. Ends up going down to the near side corner. Shoveled it around by Alexa. Up to the point. Sends it back down. Alexa stops it. Taps it over towards Tater, who picks it up. Comes up the near side wall. Looking up ice. Trying to hit Caden. Puck goes all the way back. Alexa picks it up. Sends it off a referee. LC steps up, gets in the way. Alexa puts it into the center ice. Bust with a good steal. Put that stop sign out. Puck comes over near side. Demi's going to step up at the blue line. Cause a wild shot back behind the net. Picked up by Greta. Greta trying to push it forward. Picked up by Maddie. Maddie's pass to Mango's a little bit off the mark. Back down behind the net. Stopped there by Greta, who shovels it up towards Bus. Bus gets it over to Mango. Mango puts it around one. Picks it back up, drops it in deep. Back behind the net, pick it up by Maddie. Maddie goes and breaks one set of ankles, puts the shot on net, and it's in. (29) 42 with the goal. So 42, 57, 29, 35, and 47 on the ice for that one. Kendall at the dot. Brownie to the near side, picked up by Greta. Greta trying to shovel it up towards Gia. Tips up high in the air, comes over the near side wall for Kendall. Ends up getting tipped all the way back to the near side corner from the top of the circle. Wow, that one was airmailed. Pushed back up to the blue line. Kept in, kicked out by Kendall. Demi's going to go back behind the goal line, pick the puck up. Puts it up the far side hash marks. Picked up there by Gia, who sends it out. Gonna have the distance. Nope. Waved off. Comes up near side hash marks. Takes the funky bounce. Picked up by Brownie. Josh is going to keep it in. Josh puts it down on net. Almost tipped in by the LC. Gio was trying to go backhand their shot. Puck ends up coming over near side wall. LC tips it in. Picked up there by Kendall. Sends it towards center ice. Picked up by LC. They got to get it off. That's off. Picked up by Josh at the hash marks. Gia bounces it off the wall. Maddie was able to get the stick lifted. Kicked away there by Brownie. Dumped in. We'll use the blocker there by Luch. Jocelyn gets her hip there. Shovels it over to Mango on the near side. Mango battling at the low side of hash marks. Down behind the goal line, LC has it. Gets it over to Mango. Josh is going to go over to the corner. LC just swarming all over that puck. Mango swats it over to the far side, picked up by Bus at the hash marks. Bus pushing it forward towards Maddie. Bus grabs a loose puck, pushing it forward, going through a couple of road stops there. Loose puck picked up by Liv, sends it over the near side wall towards Alexa. Alexa dumps it in. 1:50 to go here in the first period. Tipped up off the glass by Brookie. Bus battling for it at the feet. Tater knocks it off the wall. Liv goes back, sends it up the wall. Tater's going to try to help out. Picked up by Bus. Gets it over towards Brookie. Brookie goes around 125. Brookie comes over near side. Takes the shot. Gets tipped. Picked up by Tater. Puts it across the bow. Up towards Alexa. Who lets Caden get it. LC sends it far off the wall. Picked up by Liv inside the blue line. Her pass gets tipped. Tater picks up the loose puck. Tater takes an elbow. Liv with the puck. Puts it down on net. Tater with it right there. Got a head in. No goal being called after a referee's discussion. Not quite understanding that call. Kendall at the dot, pushing it forward into the zone, trying to regroup and grab the puck. LC comes out with it. Dump it in. Luch is going to drop down, cover it up. Stopping the clock here at 43 seconds. Puck goes back to Alexa. Alexa sends it all the way around to Brownie. Brownie picks it up, comes up near side, back to the center. Ends up dumping it in, far side corner. Puck comes over. Alexa's going to step up, seal that wall. Alexa trying to pass it off. LC sends it off the far side wall, picked up by Liv. Liv looks up. Drops it in down low. We got 10 seconds to go here. Brownie battling at the near side hash marks. LC picks it up, top of the circle. Carries it up towards the blue line. Kicked away there by Maddie. Maddie keeps it down low. We're going to end this period here. End of the first. going to be coming back here for second period action. Hawks in their white jerseys will be going left to right this period. Little Caesar FH in their black jerseys. Got Maddie coming to the dot with Bus and Sizzle, or no, Bus and Mango. Demi and Greta. Comes back to Greta. Greta's going to go through the middle, gets it over towards Mango. Mango, top of the circle, stops, drops it back to Demi. Demi sends it off the boards. Takes a nice little bounce, goes through the slot, over to the near side corner. Picked up by, is that Greta all the way down there? Yep, that is Greta. Sends it across the bow, over to the far side wall. Off the far side post, picked up by Maddie. Trying to get it back towards Mango. LC coming up with a penalty. Picked up by Bus. Greta gets it over towards Demi. Demi lost the handle of it at the blue line. Whistle and stoppage of play. Cross check being called on Little Caesar. Got Tater at the dot, Brookie to the right, Kendall, Caden. Greta with the puck, drops it down low. Tater lets it go through the legs, over to the near side wall. Picked up by Brookie. Brookie walks it in. He's trying to set something up. Sends it all the way to Greta, who tried to get a shot through the slot. Caden picks it up, gets it back to Tater. Tater with control of the puck, sends it up to the point. Demi's shot gets blocked. Brookie with the puck. Keeps it in, gets it over to Greta. Greta puts it through, goes all the way over to the far side corner. Tater stops the icing. Back over to the near side corner comes. Little Caesar sends it all the way out. Picked up there by Luch. Demi's going to grab the puck. Send it off the boards. Picked up by Little Caesar, who keeps it back down low. Goes all the way over to the far side wall. Got another penalty coming up. Roughing being called on the Hawks. That's going to negate the power play here. 27 seconds here on 4-on-4. Kendall drops it back. Carmen sends it around the wall over to the far side hash marks. Shot goes down, gets tipped just over to the near side wall. Across the bow again. Luch kicks that one over to the far side. Carmen picks it up, gets it up to the blue line. Tapped in. Luch kicks that one over. Josh trying to get it up to the blue line and out. Kept in by LC. Over to the far side corner. Carmen's going to battle for it. Let it go, and Kendall picks it up. Ice it is being called. Kept in at the blue line by LC. Luch covers it up. So power play up here for Little Caesars. For 49 seconds. 12:32 to go in the second period. Gia at the dot. LC gains control. Top of the circle. Point. Walks it in. Top of the slot. Takes a shot. Luch takes that one off her shoulder. Goes back behind her. Gia overskated it there for a second, but goes back into the melee. LC gets it back up to their point. Capped in at the blue line. Shot goes down low over to the far side corner. Liv's going to try to get there. Get a stick on it. Through the slot. Taken away there. Loose puck, shot on Luch, kick save. Luch ends up catching that one in the glove. stops the clock here at 11:59. 16 seconds left on the penalty kill. Maddie at the dot. Loose puck. Grabbed up, controlled by LC. Puts a shot on Luch. Catches that one in the glove. Same lineup. Maddie gets it over to Alexa, who sends it around the wall. Kept in by LC. Ends up into the near side corner. Back to even strength. Liv with the puck. Shovels it up towards Bus. Bounces it off the wall. Picked up there by Mango. Mango looks up. Has Maddie going to the net. Lost the handle of it as it comes into the near side. LC sends it off the wall. Alexa regroups at center ice. Sends it over to Liv on the near side. Ends up dropping it in down low. Mango battling for it. LC comes away with it. Bus picks up the loose puck. LC comes away with it over to the far side wall. Takes a funky bounce. Demi keeps it down low. Battle at the hash marks. Demi with a good stick there. Drops it behind the goal line. Picked up by LC. Lofted high up in the air. Got another referee's arm up, and that's icing. Tater at the dot. Rookie to the right side. Caden was tying the girl up. Kept in at the blue line there by Demi. Picked up by Brookie. Brookie trying to go through the middle. Too much pressure on her. Brookie coming back, trying to pick the puck up. Comes back to Greta at center ice. Greta looks up. Carries it across the blue line. Picks it back up. Oh, lost the handle of it. She was about to take that shot. In the near side corner. Tater trying to help out. Brookie comes away with it. Takes a shot. Goes off a shin pad. Back towards Demi. Demi drops it in behind the goal line. Back over to the near side hash marks. Off the boards and out. Picked up by Demi. Demi gets it over towards Joss. Joss gets across and drops it in down low. Picked up by LC behind the net. Joss with the puck. Lost the handle of it. Taken away. Caden trying to get to the puck. Offsides being called. 9:22 in the second period. Puck goes over to Alexa, picks it up, sends it off the wall and then to center ice. Picked up by LC, picked up by Alexa at the center at the blue line. Kendall trying to battle for it. Carry it across, picked up by Brownie. Brownie gets tipped up in the air. Loose puck, rather controlled by Little Caesar. Tipped away there by Liv. Again and again. Little Caesar dumps this one in. Comes all the way around to Kendall, who sends it over towards Gia. Gia carries it across the blue line, dumps it in down low. Picked up at the hash marks. Interference being called on Little Caesar. Liv, Alexa, Maddie, Mango, Bus. Puck comes over to the near side hash marks. Mango gets tied up. Bus trying to help out. Kicks it over towards Alexa. Alexa tips it in the air. Regroups and gain control back by Mango. Walking the line, gets it over to Liv. Liv lines up, puts a shot down, gets tipped by Maddie. Kicked out. Liv tips it up in the air, controlled by Bus. Bus puts a shot across the bow, goes over to the far side hash marks. Liv takes that one, keeps it in down low, bounces it off the wall. Centers it over towards Maddie, takes a shot, goes into the goalie's midsection. Stops the clock there at 7:56 in the second period. Comes back to Liv, top of the slot. Stops, turns around, gets it over to Alexa, top of the circle. Her shot goes off a boot and back behind the goal line. Mango swooping in there, picked up by Bus. Drops it through the slot. Nobody there. Puck's coming all the way back. Got 36 seconds left on the power play. Liv sends it off the glass over towards Bus at the blue line. Stopped by LC. Bus gets it over towards Liv, who taps it up towards Maddie. Maddie gets it across center ice, drops it in down low, chasing after it, picks it up. Centering pass goes off a boot and into the near side hash marks. Back up the outside or near side wall, picked up by Alexa. Alexa gets it over towards Liv. Liv gets pickpocketed. Oh, one-time pass over towards Caden. Kept in at the blue line. Back to full strength. Still a loose puck back behind the net. Brookie has it. Up to the point for Demi. Demi lost it at her feet. Brookie taps it back down towards Tater. Caden trying to turn all the way around. Puck's going all the way down. I got icing. Got Kendall at the dot. Brookie to the right, Gia to the left. Greta and Demi. Back to Brookie, Brownie, who leaves it for Greta. Carries it into the corner. Puck comes all the way to center ice. Good swat there by Demi. Keeps it out of the zone. Ooh, Malachi crunch. Picked up by Gia. Gia trying to get a pass over towards Demi. A little bit off the mark. Bounced off the wall. Picked up by Elsie. Ends up going down deep into the corner. Brownie's pass off of a stick. Gets all the way up to Kendall, who gets it into center ice. Kendall swing and a miss. LC drops it in down low. Takes a funky bounce. Gotta look up the ice. Brownie with some good pressure. Nope. Gonna be called for a penalty. Bus with some good pressure behind the net. Six skaters here for LC. Can't get it out of the zone. Brownie finally touches it. She's going to go to the box. Technically, you should wipe off the penalty if you can keep it in your own zone and not touch it for the 2 minutes. I mean, that's just my thought. Maddie makes her way to the dot. Puck comes over the near side wall. Joss has it. Sends it off the boards and to the blue line. Out of the zone. Picked up by LC at center ice. Pass goes across. Carmen steps in. Trying to seal it off. Drops it up to the hash marks. Top of the circle. Shot goes down. Gets tipped by Mango. Loose puck rolling in front of Luch. Little Caesar with it. Walking it in. Shot goes off a shoulder pad. Still kept out of the zone. And out of the net. Puck goes across the bow. Carmen sends that one. Top of the circle. Shot back down. Kept in at the hash marks. Over to the far side corner. Goes through the slot. Across the bow. Up to the point. Goes over to the far side wall. Back down behind the net. Josh trying to get around a couple players. Walking it in. Shot goes in the back of the net. 59, 47, 42, and 80 on the ice for that one for the penalty kill. Power play is now over. Back to full strength. 5-on-5. We got a 1-1 tie here at 3:40 in the second. Puck comes over to the near side wall. Liv gets it, sends it over towards Alexa, who taps it down to the ice. Alexa gets up to center, ends up dropping it in. Almost on net there. Little Caesar sends it through the middle, picked up by Alexa. Alexa drops it off the wall. Ricky trying to get there. Runs into one player. Caden picks it up, goes through the slot, takes a shot just wide. Caden with the puck, dropping it back. Just past Tater. Tater goes into the boards. Lost sight of the puck there underneath the Little Caesar. Kicking it around. Alexa puts it in on net. Tipped by Tater, goes just wide. Rookie battling for it. Alexa's going to pick it up on the far side hash marks. Drops it down to Brookie. Brookie stops. Gets taken down. Little Caesar with the puck back behind the net. Sends it off the wall. Liv's going to keep it in. Battle for it. From the hash marks. Goes around one. Walks it in. Puts a shot. Goes high up off their shoulder. Excuse me. Caden coming all the way back. Drops it off the wall and out of the zone. Back to Alexa, sends it off the wall. Going to go back and chase after it. Back off the wall again. Go over to Caden. Caden crosses the blue line with it. Little Caesars from the top of the circle. Too many men on the ice being called on the Hawks. Power play for Little Caesar. You only have 5 out there at a time, Little Caesar. Kendall at the dot. Got a 1:57 left to go in the period. Power play coming up for your Little Caesar. Puck comes over the near side wall. Greta gets the puck. Shoveled back down low. Top of the circle over to the far side slot. Luch is able to track that one, stop that one. Got Mango and Maddie. Liv and Jocelyn out there. Maddie gets kicked out. Mango goes to the dot. Gets it over towards Josh. Josh goes into the corner. Got a couple of Little Caesars players there. Puck goes up to the top of the circle. Liv keeps her down low. Goes over to the far side corner. Back up to the top of the circle. Shot on Luch. She catches that one. Ends up dropping down on top of it. Puck goes over. Liv battling at the near side hash marks. Takes the puck, sends it out of the zone. Maddie chasing after it. Little Caesar bounces it hard off the wall. Mango was right there at center ice. Little Caesar gets it. It comes across the blue line. Drops it. Mango was right there. Kicks it up to the blue line. Kept in. Top of the hash marks. Top of the circle. Goes across the bow. Little Caesar walking it around, drops it down low. Little Caesar's with it, walking it in, top of the slot. Lines up for a shot. Can't quite get it through traffic. Picked up there by Maddie. Maddie's going to carry it out. Oh, lost it off the stick, going into the near side wall. Jocelyn sends it in. Maddie with the puck at center ice. Gets it over to Alexa. Alexa gets it to the blue line. Brownie carries it through. Back to 5-on-5. So that's an icing. Got 9.1 left here to go in the second period. Tater walking around trying to tell people what the play is going to be. Got Brookie to the right, Kendall to the left, Alexa and Greta. Brookie gets it over to Greta. Greta tries to take a shot into the goalie's glove. Now, if I was Todd with 4.3 to go, I would pull Luch, get that extra attacker. That's just me, though. Tater at the dot. Goes over to the far side wall. Kendall kicks it down to low. Picked up by Brookie. Couldn't quite get a shot off. And that is the end of your second period. It's all tied up here at 1s. Be back in a minute. All right, we're coming back to third period action here. Luch makes her way to the net. Tater going over and talking to Caden. Brookie gets it back to Alexa. Alexa carries it across center, drops it in down low. Gonna go chase after it. Comes up the far side hash marks, tipped away. Liv gains control of it, carries it around, drops it in for Caden. Caden back behind the net, ends up getting tapped away by Tater. Up the wall. Liv's going to come back, catch it at the blue line. Sends it off the wall. LC catches it just before their zone. Liv taps it over to Tater. Tater trying to get through some traffic. Caesar trying to put a pass off. Taken away there by Alexa. Puck goes into the near side corner. Gets it over to Liv. Liv sends it around the boards hard over towards Brookie. Brookie gets a pass over to Tater. Tater gets it through center. Drops it in. Takes a little bounce back behind the net. Good pressure there by Caden. Hawks going for a line change. Brownie with some pressure. Demi keeps it in. Walked the line, took a shot, went off a shin pad. Little Caesar sends that one all the way out and down. I got icing. .13:36 here to go in the third period. Scores stalemated here at 1. Kendall at the dot. Little Caesar wins this one back, sends it up the wall. Kept in there by Greta. Sends it back behind the net. Comes up near side, kept in there by Demi. Demi ends up dropping it into the corner. Kendall putting some pressure. Brownie comes away with it, puts it into the slot. Taken away by Little Caesar. Demi grabs it, gets it back to Brownie. Offsides. Carmen and Joss on D. Got Reese, Bus, and Maddie coming out. Maddie's looking a little tired there. Comes back to Carmen. Sends it off a couple of boots. Picked up by Maddie, who sends it off of a leg. Maddie walks it in. Turned around, almost had an unbelievable shot. Little Caesar sends it up the wall. Carmen keeps it in. Not lucky on that one. Josh is going to come back, pick up the puck, drop it off the wall to Bus. Bus goes off a couple of sticks, gains control of it. Lost it just before she hit the blue line. Picked up by Maddie. Maddie's going to send one in, tipped by Little Caesars, ends up going wide. Comes up near side wall. Stolen there by Tater. Goes through the slot. Ticked away. Tater puts it on net. Goalie reaches down. Catches that one in the glove. Tater wins this one back to Kendall. Or Caden. Caden gets it over to Josh. Josh tries to get a shot off. Ends up goalie reaching down, covering up. Stopping the clock here at 12-12. Got Tater at the dot. Brookie to the right side. Kendall to the left. Alexa and Liv come out. Comes back. Liv gets it. Drops it into the corner. Tater's going to go pick that one up. Back up to the hash marks. Kicked away. Just past Alexa. Alexa gets there. Sends it up to the blue line where Tater was waiting for it. Drops it off the wall. Caden trying to get there. Liv stops it. Liv ends up dropping it in. Puck goes high in the air all the way over the far side. Liv sends it over to Alexa on the near side. Alexa looks up, hits Brookie. Brookie one times it over to Tater. Tater trying to go through some legs. Brookie picking up the loose puck. Little Caesar comes away with it. Whoa! Brookie and Tater collide. Little Caesar puts a shot. Offside. Oof. Kendall at the dot. Brownie. Brownie picks up the puck, walking it in. Shot goes just wide. Demi comes all the way down to the goal line. Kendall with the shot. Goes across the bow. Demi centering the puck up. Kendall bounces off her stick at center ice. Drops it back for Greta. Greta back to Kendall. Kendall puts it up the wall towards Demi. High stick being called on Demi. Power play for Little Caesar. Mango at the dot, wins it over towards Carmen. Carmen trying to push it up the wall. Got a couple of Little Caesar's players there. Little Caesar walks it around, sends it over to the far side point. Back to the top of the slot. Shot goes off of Mango's shin pads. Bouncing it off the wall. Over to the far side hash marks. Back down behind the goal line. Block stick shot there by Jocelyn. Puck goes off the glass and down behind the goal line. Centering pass broken up there. Over to the far side, John behind the corner. Far side hash marks. Luch is able to catch that one in the breadbasket. 48 seconds left to go in the power play, or penalty kill, I mean. Kendall at the dot with Maddie, Liv, and Alexa. Kendall gets it over to Alexa. Alexa sends it all the way around over to the near side wall. Liv's going to pick it up, send it up the boards and out of the zone. Little Caesar grabs it, sends it to center ice. Top of the circle, goes down. Shot saved by Luch. She gave up the rebound to the slot and was able to block that one away. Liv puts it into the corner. Little Caesar has a hard time keeping it in the zone. Alexa with a good swat there. Ends up going into the corner. Back up to the point. Killed off the power play, or penalty kill. Kendall with some good speed there. Gets to the puck. 8:47 to go. Puck goes over to the far side wall. Liv gets it over to Alexa. Alexa looks up ice, gets it over to Tater. Tater over to Kendall, or Caden. Interference. Little Caesars with the puck back behind the net. Caden stayed strong. Gets it over to Brookie. Little Caesar sends it up and out. Alexa's chasing after it. Got one on hard. Sends it up the wall to Tater. Tater tips it to Brookie. Brookie at the blue line. Tips it in down low. Defense goes for a change. Tater with the puck down low. Puts a rocket of a shot down low. Goes off the pads. Centering pass over to Brookie. No, to Caden. Brookie, or Demi. Woo, I'm all tongue-tied. Funky bounce off the glass. Demi stands the girl up. Little Caesar drops it off of Demi's leg. She takes a shot. The goalie is able to catch that one at her head. 7:39 here to go in the third. Greta and Demi. Kendall comes out to the dot. Got Gia to the right side, Brownie to the left. Little Caesar wins that one back. Good pressure. Loose puck on the side of the net. Goalie reaches down, covers it up. Little Caesar wins this one. Off the far side wall. Greta is able to stop it there for a split second. Ends up dropping it back into the corner. Little Caesar sends it all the way around to the near side. Demi with a good presence on the wall. Demi keeps it in, puts a shot down, gets tipped back behind the goal line. Demi trying to drop it down low again. Picked off by Little Caesar. Going one-on-one. Can't get a shot off. Greta picks up the puck. Goes over to the far side wall. Shovels it up and up to the blue line. Little Caesar can't hold it in the zone. Little Caesar sends that one all the way around. Jocelyn picks it up. Looking up ice. Brownie was there. Couldn't catch that outlet pass, but Little Caesar gains control back behind their net. Jocelyn racing over to the far side wall. Good stick there by Jocelyn. Ends up coming down onto Luch. Kicks it over the near side wall. Carmen's going to try to get there. Goes hard into the boards. Maddie's pass gets blocked by Little Caesar. Top of the slot, blocked there by Joss. Brownie trying to get it out of the zone, ends up coming over the near side wall. Regroups and gains control, carries it across the blue line. Separated by the Little Caesar. Liv picks up the puck, drops it in. Liv steps up. Trying to go 5-hole. Coach Todd trying to get some clarification. That's what the delay is. I think he was trying to figure out why it wasn't a delay of game with 6 men on the ice. Stalemate picked up there by Mango. Rifled a shot on net. Alexa trying to get a shot off, goes off a couple of boots. High up off the glass and out of the zone. Got 2 on hard. Liv picks it up. Goes through the middle. Coming around the outside. Lost it just as she came across the blue line. Picked up there by Maddie. Gets it over to Alexa. Lex's outlet to Mango. Mango is able to stop it at center ice. Comes back to Liv, gets it over to Alexa. Alexa looks up ice, trying to get it to a bus as she was crossing the blue line. Comes back into center ice. Liv gets it, or Tater gets it over to Liv. Liv pushing it forward. Got 3 on her. Little Caesar sends that one all the way down. And it just had the distance. Tater calling off plays. Brookie to the right. Kendall or Caden over to the near side. Kendall getting tied up, or Caden getting tied up. Puck goes back in the center ice where Greta was standing. Bounces it off the wall to Brookie. Brookie sends it into the zone. Caden's shot. Knuckler goes back behind the net. Tater stops it at the hash marks. Demi keeps it in, top of the circle, gets it over to Greta. Greta rifles a shot. Blocker saved. Caden goes hard into the boards, up the far side hash marks. Kept in there by Greta. Greta comes back, picks up the puck, bounces it off the wall. Caden was waiting at the blue line. Oh, Tater with a nice shot. I think a little bit of a touch on that one by the goalie. Power play coming up for your Hawks as Caden went hard into the net. 3:13 here to go. Power play for your Hawks. You got Kendall coming to the dot. Brownie comes back to Alexa. Alexa walks the line, puts the shot, gets tipped high up in the air, ends up going down low. Picked up by Little Caesars back behind the net. Good pressure there by Brownie. Loose puck. Puck goes high up in the air. Little Caesars trying to clear it. Loose in the slot. Alexa gets the puck. Gets it over to Liv on the near side. Liv takes a shot, goes off of a girl's shoulder pad. Liv down behind the goal line. Trying to get a shot off the backside of the goalie. Brownie battling for it. Defender lost her twig there. Little Caesars with the puck. Liv catches it at center ice. Gets it over to Brownie at the blue line. Brownie drops it in down low. Got to chase after that puck when you drop it in. Alexa stops the puck. Top of the circle. Rifles the shot. Goes just wide. 35 seconds left on the power play. 2:10 left. Little Caesar sends this one out. Back behind the net. Alexa with the puck. Comes through center. Gets it over to Little Caesars. 10 seconds left on the power play. Off the wall towards Alexa on the near side. Alexa picks it up. Little Caesar keeps it in the zone. Plus snags it away. Back to Alexa. Alexa sends it all over wing wide to Liv. Penalty's over. Loose puck picked up by Mango. Stumbles over one. Demi with the puck back along this near side wall. Sends it in deep. Takes a funky bounce off the glass. Jocelyn picks it up. Goes around one. Got 1 minute left in the game. Maddie looking for someone. Cycles it back, but nobody was there. High up off the glass, just past Demi. I got an arm up. Not going to have the distance as it dies just at the bottom of the circle. off the boards. Plus tipped it into center ice. Picked up by Mango. Little Caesar with the puck. Dropping it in again. That one should be icing. And it is. 31.3 here to go. Tater, it comes to the dot. Caden, Rookie, Carmen, and Jocelyn. Goes into the corner. Little Caesar's trying to send it up the wall and out. Jocelyn trying to get there with her speed. Gets there first. Sends it up towards Maddie. Brookie. Gets it over to Caden. Caden back to Brookie. Brookie comes over near side wall. Brookie walking it in, trying to center it up to Caden. Puck's going all the way down. Icing. And end of your game. Another tie here for your Hawks. 0-0-2 for the so far. And we'll be back on the ice tomorrow.